to keep opening your heart, keep showing up, which you have already done with all these beautiful faces. And really lovingly hand you over to Renee. So Renee Schwan she's been with us since the very beginning of working with our Rare Mothers. She hosted our in-person experiences here in Southern California, and I couldn't think of another individual that would be more suited and just so beautifully positioned to kind of bring out all these sensory experiences that we would like for you to explore with us over the next 6 weeks. So Renee is going to be with you through each of these sensory. And today, by sensory experiences, we mean the five senses, right? Sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. And what we know is we all have a dominant sense or a couple of dominant senses, but we want you to explore all five of those because they're available to you as tools to tap into various different moments of self-care, which is really all we have as Rare Mothers is these micro moments, right? Because we're so busy and we have so many demands on our time and our attention and our energy. So today's sense is touch, and Renee is going to be weaving touch into our experience today. So thank you so much, Renee. I'm going to
Oh,
hand it over to you, and I can't wait to get started.
beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to get to share with you all, and it's so beautiful to see you all together. Let's go ahead and wherever you are, if you're in a space where you can just find the most comfortable seat. So we'll be doing some different movement, but wherever you are right now is perfectly fine. Just make sure that you're feeling like you can sit comfortably. You can find some length in your spine. And just let your shoulders soften back. You might want to do a few little rolls and just let them drop down. And let's take the left hand over the heart with the right hand over the left. Just to guide that focus and attention into the heart center. And I would invite you to let the eyes close down. So for this moment, we take away the sight. We take away those other senses for a moment. And we can really tune into the sensation of hands over heart. Your hands over your beautiful heart. And just notice as you center into the heart space, the gentle rhythm, the unique beat of your heart. And as you notice the sensation of your chest rising and falling, see if you can bring the focus of your mind, the focus of your touch on your own body, deep into this pulsing, beating life force energy that is within you. Just bringing the focus inward, bringing the focus to yourself for this moment. A moment to tune in to any intentions you'd like to set for yourself today during this experience. It could be something as simple as being present with yourself, allowing yourself the space to receive, or anything that comes to mind that's specific for you. And it's okay if there is no intention that comes to mind. But give yourself a moment to tune in, see if anything arises that you'd like to set as your intention for this time together. Holding this intention in your heart, in your mind. And keep the eyes closed and let the hands move down to the belly. Let the hands rest below your navel point. And I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose and see if you can feel some movement down below the navel point. See if you can feel expansion of your breath in your belly. And as you breathe out, it can be through the mouth or through the nose. As you're letting the breath go, feel the sensation of your belly pulling back in towards your body. And then again, in through the nose, feel the expansion as though you're blowing up a balloon deep within the lowest part of your belly. And as you exhale, you're pressing that air back out. And do that a few more times at your own pace. Slow, deep breath. Draw in, like you're sipping breath through a straw, filling up the lowest part of the belly. And then imagine as you're breathing out, you're trying to fog up a mirror. Now, whether that's out through the mouth or through the nose, slow down your exhalation. Feel the movement of breath below the navel, opening up more spaciousness in your lungs. And exhale, letting go of the stale breath. Maybe you notice your shoulders becoming a little softer. Now, keeping one hand below the navel, bring another hand just along the line of the rib cage. And as you take in the breath, see if you can feel movement below your navel and then up through your rib cage, deepening our breath. And then exhale, feel the ribs soften in and the belly drawing in. We'll play with this for a few rounds. Feel the breath in through the nose, opening up the belly like a balloon, opening up the ribs, expanding that energy. And exhale through nose or mouth, letting go, feeling the ribs soften, navel point drawing in. Let's take that one more time into the belly, into the ribs. Exhale, let it all go. And then take the hand that was over the ribs, place that back over the heart. You kind of rest the other hand either over the ribs or the belly. And find the inhalation expanding the space below the navel point, up through the ribs, all the way up through the chest, taking in the deepest breath you can. Exhale, feel your chest soften, your ribs soften in, the belly draws back towards the body. Continue this at your own pace, opening up belly, ribs, chest. Just this moment here of conscious breathing can be so calming and relaxing and soothing for your body, for your nervous system. Keep going at your own pace, belly, ribs, chest. Feel the movement below your palms. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So oftentimes as we're moving through our day, we aren't even aware of our breath. It'll happen on its own, whether we're conscious of it or not. So oftentimes it's just up in the shallow part of the lungs, just in the chest. And often we just take short little breaths. But really our lung capacity is so much greater and we can move it down, breathing through the diaphragm, opening up rather the diaphragm, even into the back body and the side body. When we invite in more fresh energy, more oxygen, and slowly release it, has more time to circulate throughout the body. So feel that a few more times. And it's okay if you don't feel it all the way down. Just try and go as deep as you can, bringing the focus to expanding. Think about pushing your navel out and think about that balloon expanding in your belly, pressing your side ribs out, front and back ribs, lifting up through your chest and your back. And as you exhale and slowly let it go, softening your shoulders, your ribs, your navel point drawing back in. So we're going to continue to work with this depth of breath. Just taking it in as deeply, as slowly as you can. And then we'll bring both hands back to the heart center. Left palm over right palm. And we'll take a nice deep inhalation. And exhale. Let it go. You can keep your eyes closed here or let them softly blink open. You're going to bring the hands to touch the sides of the throat. Bring hands along the side of the throat. Take a deep, slow inhale through your nose. Try to draw in the slowest, deepest breath you can. When you feel like you've gotten to the top of your breath, hold it for a moment. See if you can sip in just a little bit more air. And as you exhale, take it out through the mouth like you're going to fog a mirror. And maybe you even hear a bit of that HA sound as you let the breath go. Maybe you feel a little activation in your throat. Let's try again with the inhale, slowly in through the nose. Holding when you get to the top. See if there's any more pockets of your lungs you can fill in with a little more breath. And exhale. Notice how those muscles at the back of the throat, you can kind of feel them slightly restricting to slow down your breath. Let's try it one more time together. Inhale, slow. Hold at the top. Sip in a little bit more. Now try that again with your hands just resting somewhere comfortably, knees, thighs, in your lap. This time, drawing breath in through the nose, but trying to find that same restriction of the throat as you breathe out through the nose. So you might have that same sort of whistling sound, but out through the nose. So the way that it helps me think about it in my mind, you know, when you're breathing into a balloon and you fill the balloon all the way up, and if you just let the top go, the air would just rush right out of the top of the balloon. But if you were to slightly pinch the top of the balloon, the air would come out a little bit slower. So we're basically trying to do that with the throat muscles. And just the act of taking in a fuller, deeper breath and slowly letting it go brings an instant calm to the nervous system, to the energy body. So we're going to be working with these slower, deeper breaths. So just trying your best to feel the breath move a little deeper than your chest, down into the ribs, into the belly. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. I invite you to take your palms and start to gently rub your hands together. Rubbing the palms together, start to feel yourself building some heat between your hands. Maybe you can get a little faster, a little more friction. Still working with your slow breath in. Slow breath out. And if there's ever a moment where you feel like you just need a deeper release, there's some energy that's building up that you just need to let go of, take in that slow, deep inhale and let the breath go with that deep sigh. It's moving that energy out of your body, mind. So now that you feel like you have some heat built up in your palms, one more deep breath. And you're going to place the hands over your eyes. Cover the eyes, letting the warmth of your hands soothe your brow, soothe your eyes in their sockets, relaxing your cheeks. Let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Let the shoulders sink down, softening the sides of your neck, softening your face, your eyes, soothing away any tension that may have been resting in the brow or the jaw. Take in a deep inhalation. And then exhale, let it go through nose or mouth. When you feel ready, you can gently release the hands away from your face. Making sure that you still feel comfortable in your seat. Rolling the shoulders back. Feeling your sitting bones, those two bony protrusions out from the pelvis, grounding into whatever you're sitting in. So if you're on the floor or in a chair, sitting comfortably, but finding the length through your spine. So imagining a thread from your tailbone all the way up through your crown, really lifting and lengthening your body. Let the shoulders relax down. Sometimes they want to tense up by the ears. Just let them sink and soften down. Take a deep in-breath and draw both of your arms up and stretch over your head. And exhale, softly hands through the heart center. Gathering up any energy you want to draw into your heart, to your mind, gather it up and invite it in. Inhale, sweeping arms up. Maybe pulling in your intention into heart, into mind. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, invite it in. One more time. Take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Just allow your chin to melt forward towards your chest. Sink your shoulders back away from your ears. Soften your jaw, your eyes, your brow. Just noticing what you feel here as your head hangs forward. If there is any bit of tension in the neck or the shoulders. Anything you may have been carrying in your mind that's affecting your body. Visualize whatever that might have been that was maybe filling your mind before you came into this space. Just imagine it rolling off your back for now. These things we may have to pick up later, but for now, just visualize anything outside of this moment, just rolling off your back, releasing out of the mind, releasing from the body. Drawing in a deep breath, lifting up through your crown, finding that length once again through your spine. With your exhale, you can take your right ear to your right shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. And then take maybe the first 2 or 3 fingers of your left hand and find the space behind your ear. Behind the earlobe, you'll feel a little groove there along the neck behind the ear. Start behind the earlobe and then trace it all the way down to your collarbone. And then maybe go a little farther back, a little farther behind the ear, the hairline, come down along the side of the neck, all the way along the shoulder to collarbone. And then wrapping behind the head, and again, that long line all the way down. This is from the back of the ear, down the side of the neck. This is part of the drainage of our sinuses and our lymphatic system. So if there's anything stuck there, a little tension, just spend a few moments taking your fingers. You can do a couple fingers. You can even take all the 4 fingers if you want and just rub it with it. Whatever bit of pressure feels good there. Just noticing what you feel. Maybe there's some bumps along the way, some areas of tension. Just imagine yourself soothing and smoothing that out, releasing out whatever energy there doesn't serve you. Just this gentle self-massage. You can come over the top of your shoulder and wrap back behind the top of the shoulder and rub forward, rubbing along to the collarbone. And then coming back through center, take all that energy you just gathered up in your left hand and flick it away. Like you're flicking water, flick that energy and just flick it away. Really use the thumb against the fingers and flick, flick, flick. And then you can shake out your entire left arm and hand all the way up through the shoulder. Just let it go. And then we'll go to the other side. Deep inhale all the way up. Find the length. Exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Just let that soften for a moment. And then 2, 3, 4 fingers, whatever feels good for you here. Starting from that notch behind the ear, that little channel down the side of the neck, even the back of the neck. And just giving yourself a few moments there, feeling the back of the shoulder, top of the shoulder, the side of the neck, taking these long swipes down the side of the neck. You might notice one side feels different than the other. And just opening up some spaciousness there and allowing any bit of tension. These are areas we all hold a lot of our tension in the neck and in the shoulders. So even just spending a few moments a day, even a minute a day, just giving ourselves this little soothing self-massage to remind us to let go of some of that we might be carrying, even for just a moment, to melt it away, to relax, to restore. Just to be present with what we might be holding there. Whether that's emotional tension or physical tension, just some moments to soothe ourselves. And then when you feel complete with that side, gather up all that energy and flick it away. Flick and release when you're ready. And then shake it out. Shake it away. Release it all the way up the arm and shoulder. And then coming through your center. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to take the head back towards the left. So you can drop that left ear towards the left shoulder, but then turn your chin towards your collarbone. Take your left hand and reach up and back behind your head and find this little ridge. It's kind of where the neck and the skull come together. You'll feel that occipital ridge. Just going to curl your fingers around that point, and your chin is going to draw in closer to your collarbone. So it's almost though you're looking down towards your left hip. And then let your right shoulder really sink down and give a little pull with your left hand on the back of your head. And just notice what you feel along the right side of your neck. Just allowing all that energy to open up from the back of the neck to the back of the shoulder. And then let your chin lift up away from the collarbone, sliding your hand back. So now you can feel your hand is resting behind that occipital ridge. You're going to lift your chin up towards the right corner and let your head fall back into the left. So now you're opening up a little more through the front of the throat. And just letting the head fall back into your hand, letting your hand cradle your head. Take a deep breath, come through center, and release. We're going to find that on the opposite side. So right ear tilts towards the shoulder, chin turns in towards the collarbone, right hand comes up and over. So you're reaching over, finding that ridge, that occipital ridge, the back of the head. Fingers find that notch. And then as much pressure as you would like to draw forward as you soften your left shoulder down. Noticing what sensations you feel from the back of the neck, down the shoulder. And with each soothing exhale, seeing if you can feel your shoulder blades sink further down your back. Relax your elbows, relax your face. And then lifting chin away from collarbone, starting to turn the head back through center so you can bring your hand to the back of your head, just resting above that ridge. And then looking up and to the left, you let your head fall back to the right. And you're holding your head in your hand, just letting it fall open. The front of the neck and throat can stretch open here. Relaxing shoulder blades down your back. Trying to take in as deep of a breath as you can, belly, ribs, chest. Slowly exhale all the breath out. And then gently release. Now we're going to shake this all the way out. So I invite you, if you can, to find a place to come to a standing position. So wherever you are, if you have a little space around you, just enough, maybe arms width all the way around you. We're going to shake this all the way out. Let's see if I can position that so it doesn't fall over. So how we want to try and do this is starting with just our hands. And so you're going to feel a lot of sensation just in the palms to start. So starting with your hands, just give them a nice shake. And just kind of let them flop and flail all over the place. Don't worry about what direction they go or having any control of it. Just kind of let them flop everywhere. Notice how that feels in the wrists, how the hands feel, just moving through space. And then bring it into your arms. Just kind of let it go everywhere, wild. Shake it out. If there's any areas that feel like they need to get movement in them, start to bring it into the chest and the head. Anywhere there might be some blocked energy, shake it out. Shake it into the hips. Shake it all the way down into the legs. Imagine maybe you're like a little duck trying to shake the water off its back. Shake out any energy. You can even turn it around a little bit. Get a little silly with it. Shake your feet, kick the legs. And then bring it back into just the upper body. Just into the arms. Just into the hands. And then take it and flick it out to the ground. Flick, flick, and really shake it out. Release, release, release. And then just take a pause. Notice how you might feel a little more rapid heartbeat now. The breath might even be going a little quicker. So just holding that space, let your eyes close and take a deep breath. Slow in through the nose. Maybe a little more audible with the exhale, letting out any last bit of tension that might be trapped there. Inhale. Just do that a few more times. Inhale. Feel as though it's coming all the way up through your legs, all the way up through your crown, filling you up. And you can even do that with your hands, breathing it in, maybe a little bend in the knees, like you're gathering all that fresh energy up. And then just let it go. Inhale, sweeps it up. Full breath in, exhale. Let's do 2 more together. Inhale. Last one together. Now you can find a comfortable seat. If you were sitting in a chair or on a bed or a couch or something, just make sure you have some space to twist. We're going to do a couple of twists. So wherever you find yourself seated, just making sure that you can twist comfortably. There's enough space behind you. If it's possible, I would invite you to come into a cross-legged position. But if cross-legged is not possible or comfortable for you, then just sitting on your sitting bones, maybe the legs are extended long, or if you are sitting in a chair, the feet can just be softly grounded to the floor. With our inhalation, and take a deep breath and reach both arms straight up overhead. Let's just hold there for a moment, reaching fingertips to sky. Soften your shoulders down. Soften your ribs down. And then take another deep in-breath. Breathe in. And as you exhale, twisting towards your right, let your left hand come across towards your knee or your thigh and bring your right hand behind your back. So you can just have your fingertips touching the floor somewhere behind your tailbone. And then as you feel your inhale coming in to the belly, lift a little more out of the low back. Lift a little more through the ribs and chest. Lift through your crown. And as you exhale, turn your navel, your ribs, your chest, and maybe even your head and neck a little further to the right. See how far you can turn and look behind your shoulder. With each inhalation, you find more length in your spine. With each exhalation, a little more twist. Inhale, sweep the arms, come through center. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. With the breath in, sweep the arms up. With the exhale, twist towards your left. So you can use your right hand against your left knee or thigh for a little leverage in that twist. The left hand's going to be behind your body. So with the inhalation, you can feel yourself growing a little taller, lifting up, lengthening up with your breath. With your exhale, feel your navel, the front of your ribs, your chest, your head and neck turn. And you twist as deep as you can, honoring your body where it is, not trying to force anything, but twisting out like you're wringing out a wet towel. And with the inhale, sweeping arms up, gathering up all the fresh, beautiful energy you want to invite into your heart, to your mind, bring it down. So we're going to do that again on each side. Twists are really good for stimulating our internal organs and helping to wring out any energy that we just don't need to carry any longer. So with the inhale, sweep up, breathe in, deep breath. With the exhale, twist. Visualize that sensation of twisting out, wringing out a towel from your navel, from the belly, ribs, chest, shoulders, crown of the head, maybe head and neck and eyes can even look around to the right. Take a breath there. Draw the breath as deep as you can into the lungs. Fill up to the top. Exhale, so slowly let the breath go. With your inhale, sweep the arms up, fresh breath, fresh energy. Bring it through mind to heart. Inhale, arms sweep out, reach up. Fresh breath, fresh energy in. Exhale, wringing out, letting go anything that doesn't serve you in this moment. Wringing out any stale breath, any stale energy. Finding your inhalation to give you even more length and lift. And with the exhale, squeezing out through the belly, ribs, opening up chest, rolling your left shoulder back, maybe even turning to look behind the shoulder. Inhale, sweeping up all that fresh energy, gathering it down through mind to heart. And then just letting your hands fall to your knees, to your lap. Take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes here for a moment. Just take notice of how you feel in your body in the present moment. Notice the sensation of your breath. Maybe even bringing a hand back to the chest and one to the belly. And as you draw in breath through the nose, can you feel that expansion below the navel point? Can you feel a little more spaciousness in your ribs as you breathe in? Can you feel expansion through your chest? Be gentle with yourself as you're holding this space for yourself to breathe deeper. Sometimes when we're not in practice of taking deep breaths, it can take a little time to relax the spaces that need to unwind in order to take a deep breath. Especially when we have a lot on our minds or when we're caring for others and the day might be very busy. So just this moment to pause and really feel into, where do I feel my breath? Where can I feel that expansion? And it's okay if it's just in the chest. It just gives us something to work towards, of opening up those lower lobes of the lungs and taking a few moments to practice breathing a little deeper. So be very gentle, be very kind with yourself as you take a few more breaths here, observing where can you feel that energy? Where can you feel that expansion? Can you open up deeper below the chest? Relax your belly. Let the breath fill up that internal balloon, expanding your ribs. Seeing if you can feel the breath moving into your sides body, your back body. And then the exhale, it might be slow through the nose or a sigh through the mouth. Take one more breath here on your own. And then I would invite you to find the most comfortable position for yourself. Now this might be sitting, this might be lying down. So if you want to stay as you are, you're welcome to. But if you want to get a little more comfortable, you don't have to see me. You can just hear my voice. So you can let your eyes close. You can get in a position where your body doesn't have to put forth any effort to hold you there. And once you're in that space, let your eyes close down. Take in a few deep breaths and feel the sensation of whatever your body is resting on. Allow yourself to sink into that a little deeper. And I'll be guiding you through a journey through your body. And as you hear me call out the area of the body, I invite you to imagine that you can feel a warmth traveling through your body. A warm, soothing, calming energy moving through your body. So don't worry if you don't hear everything that I say. Don't worry if your mind drifts in and out of presence. Just continue to bring yourself back to a deeper focus of your own body, your own breath, and that sensation of warmth moving through your body, like warm hands being placed in those places along your body. Beginning with the crown of your head, moving down over the eyes, to your cheeks, to your jaw, to the back of your head, to the back of your neck, to the sides of your neck, to the front of your throat. Bringing that warm energy over your collarbones, tops of your shoulders, the front of your shoulders, your chest, the back of your shoulders, your shoulder blades, all the way down the length of your spine, the back of your ribs, the front of your ribs, your belly, and your low back. Feel the sensation of that warm energy running down your right arm to the elbow, down the forearm to the wrist, to your palm, to all of your fingers. Feeling this warm energy moving down your left arm, down to the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist, the palm, all of the fingers on your left hand. Feel this warm energy in both hands, both arms together. Feel this warm energy in your heart as you tune in to the subtle beat of your own rhythm. Feel the pulsing of your life force, your beautiful heart. Feel the warmth of your breath. Noticing this warm energy gathering in your pelvis, in your hips, traveling down your right leg, through the thigh to the knee, down your shin to your ankle, to the top of your foot, to your heel, to the bottom of your foot. All 5 toes on the right foot. Feel the warmth of that energy traveling down your left leg, down your thigh, to your knee, down your shin and calf to your ankle, to the top of your foot, to your heel, the bottom of your foot, to all 5 toes on the left side. Feeling that warm, calm energy in both legs together. From the hips all the way down to the tips of the toes. Feel this warm energy covering the front of your body like a warm blanket. Imagine that warm energy wrapping around the back of your body. Imagine your whole body from head to toe wrapped in this warmth. As you move your mind's eye through your body, can you feel any areas that might need to sink into this warmth a little deeper? Are there any areas that you'd like to invite to soften? Do you notice any areas that the muscles want to clench or hold that you can invite to relax and release with each exhalation? Inviting your body into a deeper space of relaxation. Imagining yourself being wrapped in a warm blanket with soothing, calm energy. Just allow yourself to be held here. And if your mind wants to drift beyond this moment, continue to guide it back. Bring the focus back into the sensation of being fully present in your body. Feel all of the places where your body is touching whatever you're sitting on or lying on. Feel the sensation of yourself sinking in deeper and deeper, softening layer by layer. When the mind wants to move ahead to what might come next, or if it draws back to what came before, guide yourself to the sensation of your breath, which is ever so present. Feel the sensation of the inhale. Bring your whole focus to the breath flowing in and the breath flowing out. Remind yourself this is a moment for you to just be, to just breathe. Notice the beautiful dance between your breath and your heartbeat. These life force energies within you. Sinking deeper into this moment of stillness, this moment of calm. Notice your whole body. If you had set an intention for yourself at the start of our journey together, take a moment to bring it to mind now. And if nothing came to mind earlier, perhaps something arises now as your intention for yourself moving forward in this journey. Maybe an intention for yourself just for the next day or the remainder of your week. Holding that, maybe drawing a visualization of it in your mind's eye. Honoring this intention, honoring yourself in this time that you've given to yourself. I would invite you to take your arms, whether you're lying down or seated, and just wrap your arms around your body. Just give yourself the most nourishing hug, honoring yourself, honoring all that you do, honoring all that you are. Just giving your heart a warm, nurturing hug, inviting your shoulders to soften. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then releasing, hands together at the heart. And press the palms together or rest one over the other. Now from my heart to each of yours, I bow to all of you in gratitude for allowing me to share this space with you, for allowing me to guide you. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. That
You're
was
so welcome.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So much.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you
Sita.
all.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
If
welcome.
you want to connect with each other, please reach out through Mighty Networks in the app. You can chat with each other. We've assigned some pairings, right, to get people connected. For some of the new folks, Maika and Penny. Why don't we team the two of you up with each other? That seems like a good pairing. So just try to find each other on Mighty Networks through chat. And then we'll see you all on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for our first session with Dr. Laura. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.